Hello, my name is Michaela Davis, and this is my informative speech of the benefits of why people should adopt animals. To get started, animals who live in cages all their lives is not a healthy way to live. Today I will inform you about the adoption, poor environment, and overpopulation that these animals face every day. And all these elements explain the beauty of adopting animals. It is important and necessary to look at all the factors of adopting an animal. Not only does it encourage a better understanding of the animal that you'll be adopting, but it also gives you a better understanding of how adoption works and why it's beneficial for you and the animal. Comparing all your options while looking for your forever pet is important to the owner as well as the animal shelter. I have volunteered for an animal shelter for over 5 years when I was younger, and I am fascinated with the knowledge of knowing that somebody will adopt an animal to give them a second chance. I also have adopted 6 animals from animal shelters and will continue doing it as I grow up and live. The points that I'll be talking about today are the knowledge of adopting animals, the knowledge of the poor environment that these animals face every day, and the overpopulation that is in America and the animal shelters today. To get started, I will be talking about the adoption process and why it is beneficial to adopt. Adopting animals is not only beneficial for a family, but for the animal as well. According to the Helping Hands Humane Society, all animals at our shelter are in need of a second chance. They have been lost, given up, or abandoned. They are all unwanted and helpless. You are giving them a new life and a loving home. Adopting an animal will create an open space for an abandoned animal on the streets, or it can be cold or rainy. It can open a new spot for them to come in the shelter. Every year, more than 6 million animals are rescued and placed in an animal shelter, and then are waiting to go to their forever home, according to the Helping Hands Humane Society. Adopting an animal is also much more cost-effective than buying from a breeder. According to Labrador Training HQ, they said it is much less expensive to adopt an animal than to purchase from a breeder. Most shelters charge around $150 for the adoption fee, and this covers spay, neuter, the shots until they get adopted, the microchip, the medications. It covers everything. And breeders, they can go up to like thousands and thousands of dollars. This means when you adopt an animal, mostly everything is provided for you, and that you can just take your dog home or your animal. Now that I have discussed adopting an animal, I will talk about the poor environment that these animals are in. Animals who are in a shelter are being taken care of volunteers, most likely, but the environment of these animals are not good. According to the PETA, common problems include dirty conditions, lack of voluntary care, veterinary care as well, lack of food and water, poor record of keeping, and accidentally destroyed, lack of spay and neuter requirements or programs. The reason that some animal shelters have bad conditions is because of the lack of volunteers. No attention that is given to the animals, and the animals are being stuck in cages all day. If more volunteers were present in the animal shelter, the animals would be more taken care of and better like veterinary care and everything like that. After highlighting the poor environment, I'm going to be talking about the overpopulation that America has with animals. According to the World Animal Foundation, each year in the United States, 27 million cats and dogs are born. Around 4 million of these animals are euthanized because homes are unable to be found for them. Overpopulation for animals in America is due to people not spaying or neutering their animals. When a family spays or neuters their animals, that is one less animal that can produce and cannot add to the overpopulation crisis. According to the Texas Coalition for Animal Foundation, TCAP offers low spay and neuter clinics that are starting just at $35. When a family spays and neuters their animal, this is one less animal that can produce. The overpopulation crisis is also making a lot of animals be euthanized because there's no room in shelters or people's houses to keep them. Furthermore, the overpopulation in America needs to be prevented. In conclusion, today I have highlighted the significance of adopting animals from animal shelters. I have discussed the importance of adopting animals. I have emphasized the poor conditions that the animals suffer from every day. And lastly, I have talked about the overpopulation crisis within animals in our community. Animals who live in cages all their life is not a healthy way to live. Today, I informed you about the adoption, poor environment, and overpopulation. All of these elements explain the beauty of adopting animals. I hope this gives you better insight of the animals in the community and the animal shelters, and this can help you find your forever pet. Thank you.